Going on, everybody? Good evening, good evening. Liam, welcome back. RJ, welcome back. Hope we're all doing well. We've got weekend rounds of True Sim to complete this evening. I'm hoping we can keep up momentum from yesterday. I don't know, and I don't really want to know. I'm gonna try not to see the number that we need to take the lead. We got to go out there, take every shot, one at a time, try and play our best golf, try and get some scoring done. You know, we're consistently putting ourselves in position to try and go after a win. That being said, there are still other people who have yet to tee off behind us. So, you know, just because we have a one-stroke lead right now doesn't mean anything. When we teed off this time last week, we had a 7-stroke lead. And then, or no, actually it was at the end of Monday night, we had a 7-stroke lead when we got into the clubhouse. And by the end of the night, we were 2 strokes behind. So, you know, that's just how it goes. We just got to stay head down and do as best as we can. Shot 252 today? Nice, dude. We've been having, like, it's been hot. We've had people come into the house, but it's also been, like, so much summer freaking, like, pop-up thunderstorms and stuff. I gotta get out and get chipping and putting. Gotta try and get playing again here at some point. Alright. Let's do a couple of these putting ones for warm-up. And then we'll get to the Tiger challenges again, because we have to do that Tiger challenge where we get 6 under in 3 holes. Need to par, and then you airmailed the approach, and then hold a 20-yard shot to go under par? Jeez. Okay, I need to take the putting and approach cam off for now. We'll put it back on later. Hey, good evening, John. Welcome back. How are we today? It was a golf round. It was a golf round indeed. Okay, these are obviously the easy putts. Okay, now we gotta actually try and start reading these a little bit, because we gotta make 2 of the last 5 as part of this. Yeah, what's going on, bot? Bot, you know, you probably know this by now. I think of you just about every time that we hole out, so I'm hoping that you saw the round 4 scorecard from last week. What's going on, Kelly? How are we doing today? Not much, we're just getting started with some challenges. Okay. Ooh, the underswing. Is Feared Links on 2K? The name doesn't ring a bell. The name doesn't ring a bell. That doesn't mean that I haven't played it, but it definitely doesn't jump off the page to me. I think that's the right read. Yeah, I had read it correctly, actually, no. The underhit was much better. It's a World Cup course. Okay. Yeah, I tend to not... I show up and play what's in front of me. So when the World Cup courses make their way to Plat, that's when I end up playing them. But outside of that, for as much as we stream and play, I am a slow, methodical player, and I end up playing way less overall than a lot of people do. So, if it ends up on tour, then I play it. I'm a play what's in front of me kind of guy, but I don't play particularly quickly. I know full well that I would not do well. I know full well that I would not do very well if I played quickly. There we go. I have to make, oh, you have to make all 5. Jeez, okay. Can't be under hitting them, that's for sure. At least not under hitting them by much. Okay, so you gotta make all 5 of them. Well, I guess we're doing that again. Hey, what's going on, Travis? More sand and icebergs. How did I manage to 61% that? Platts course this week makes you want to snap your driver over your knee. Yeah, I've heard some talks. I've heard some talks about Platt this week. We'll obviously have to see. Oh no, come on, Colby. Trying to rapid fire them and I just freaking... You bozo. Yeah, I've heard it's tough. I've heard there's like very high winds and some pretty tight landings and everything that you gotta get right. Can manage 67%. I can even manage 66. What I cannot manage is the freaking 65. $71 works too. Pure it in the middle of the fairway, and then end up in a cow pasture. Is a bad golf course. Yes and no. Yes and no, because you also do just have to be... You know, there is such thing as being precise on your landing on the drive. Can put loft on your driver, you can aim to a certain part of the fairway, the cambers, like, there are ways that you can counteract. Okay, I have to make one of these 5. It's a little bit firm, but it'll give us a good idea of the line. Okay, that's a good idea of the line. At least we only had to make one of them. I don't know if... Yeah, the cup got in the way, so we definitely need to still hit more in line with what power... Oh. Well, okay then. Well, we'll just make 2 in order to get inside the 2-foot ring twice. That works for me. Not a plat player for a reason to see. Well, we'll see how it is tomorrow. Get my true opinion in real time. It's very easy to just speculate. Also, apparently we dropped some frames. I don't know when that happened, but hopefully that's resolved now. Alright, we'll finish that up another time. Let me see if my router had anything internet related. Why is my laptop, or why is my desktop on the wrong? Well, that's why we dropped frames. We're on 2.4 gig and across the house. Okay, what I'm gonna do real quick, the stream's gonna drop ever so briefly here, okay? But it should reconnect. I don't know why my Wi-Fi did this, but I will be right back. Okay. It's probably gonna freak out a little bit as it tries to stabilize. But now we should be good. Now we should be good. Okay, yeah, let me know if you guys see any more frame drops like going forward. So I don't understand how it ends up happening. We have one of those like Eero routers, right? So it's the like mesh network right below this bedroom. So I don't have a hardwired connection in this office. Sad face. Right below this office though is our bedroom, which has the main node connected off of the modem, and then across the house in the kitchen we have a secondary node. So it kind of sends it out and then catches that part of the house, like the upstairs bedroom on that half of the house, that sort of thing. For whatever reason, even though I'm like right above it, my computer will sometimes connect to the kitchen node instead of the bedroom node right below me. So everything has to travel one hop this time. And that obviously slows everything down with latency and everything. What up, Jared? So the worst part about it though is sometimes it won't even connect on the 5 gigahertz band. So not only is it one hop, it'll be on the 2.4 gigahertz band. So the traffic just does not flow anywhere near as well. And I'll just start dropping a bunch of frames because I'm trying to send 10 megs, plus worth of traffic to Twitch and YouTube across 2.4 gigahertz wireless, which is just basically a recipe for disaster. So we dropped a bunch of frames during that. At least it's easy enough to just disconnect from the Wi-Fi, like move my Wi-Fi dongle and fix it. Yeah, what up, Vandy? On the bright side, though, when we're planning to get our basement finished. We'll see what time frame that actually happens in, but I'm going to have, since the office space is going to be right off of where our Ethernet, everything is hooked up, I'm going to have them run a coax jack to the office space so I can hook the modem to that, move my computer down there, have my computer and PlayStation, everything hardwired, and then I can run the nodes through the house from there. IRL handicap, Gerald, I'm like a 26, 27 handicap. Wish I was better, but just haven't had the time. A 5th major that doesn't take place in the US? Well, one isn't enough for the rest of the world, huh? You guys need more. More international play. I closed it. Kind of felt like that might be the case because that first swing was a little bit left. We'll play the first 2 holes as like a warm-up and then we'll... Then we'll really get into it. 94%. Because there's technically the chance that we outbeat the second and give ourselves potential. Didn't grab tickets. I got tickets to go to the US Open next year. Or no, not the US Open, PGA Championship next year. Tends to be the lesser of the 4 tournaments. Like I would personally go Masters, Open. I know, hot take for the Euro crowd. Yeah, I would personally go Masters, Open, US Open, PGA, but it's near family, so that's where we be going. I'm excited though. It's my first PGA tournament, so should be a good time. All right. No, Albie. Yeah. I mean, it's not my favorite, but you know, it's the closest, easiest major for me to get to, and we're gonna go for one of the first 2 rounds, so you know you get to see everybody, and then we'll go home and actually watch the weekend stuff at home, because I think that's, at least to me, the more enjoyable way to go about it. Whoa, it freaking flipped on me again? It's either I didn't adjust it or an adjustment that I made flipped it. It might be that I didn't adjust it. Ryder Cup in a couple of years. That'd be fun to go to. And when I told my dad, though, that it's at Bethpage, he said, don't go. I guess just with it, you know, New York and all of that. My dad travels for work a bunch, so... So I trust him. Wow, that really hung out there. %. Pretty good read. I hate like having to restart over and over. Don't get back here. Good luck with the rounds. Appreciate that, Vandy. Always appreciate you stopping by. A little pushy. Okay. Still trying to, the hard part is we're just definitely still trying to get our swing going here. That is way inside. So I need a much straighter. Straighter feeling backswing. Feel like part of me feels like I should finish the hole and always play the second, but I don't know. For Druid's Glen in the game? I mean, yeah, that some of that stuff just depends on if you have the right person. You know, sometimes you've got people who are passionate about a particular course, or maybe they live near a particular course and they're a good course designer. Just need that right person to be involved. Closer. I've seen some super flops, like I've seen some super flops release. I thought that was going to. What Augusta wishes it was? I don't know, man. I love Augusta. Just something so pristine and iconic. I don't know. Definitely a favorite of mine. Man, this freaking challenge. Trying to do the shot shaping to do this. The 19 under through 2 strong finishes. But you had to reach though. Yeah, and I'm really trying hard not to look at where the leaders are. Because as we've had happen, just because you have a lead doesn't mean you're gonna hold it through 2 rounds. Like you've gotta still apply the gas on the weekend. Okay, come on. Whatever I'm doing with my swing is finishing way too far left, or I'm coming way inside. There we go. That's a little bit better. It does kick left. But right now I'm just trying to work on getting those inputs going the right way. Yo, what's going on, Brad? How we doing? How we doing? How was the stream? Welcome on in, everybody from Brad's. Hello, hello. We're getting warmed up with some Tiger challenges right now. But we're gonna be playing True Sim 3 and 4 in a little bit here. Love my videos, daily rankings. I appreciate that, man. Glad you're enjoying it. Stream was great. Love to hear it. What were you up to? A decent swing. Under, hit it, and low. Nice. Love that for us. And you just gotta hit. You just gotta hit all this stuff so close. Wexford Major. Okay. Okay, you've gotta explain it. You've gotta explain to me. I have heard of Wexford. I've seen the name. But I am not in the inner circles of the secret societies and secret discords. What the heck is Wexford? Not asking to be a part of it. It's fine. But I just have absolutely no idea what it is. Okay, swing is start. Now we're starting to piece it together. This is probably short though. Hitting the albatross is tough on this hole. Oh, well, it would help if I didn't swing completely diagonally. But so is there anything... I guess, so is Wexford just like, is that just the name of the society? There's not like a special scoring thing to it or anything like that? Pro difficulty, scout cam, and a marker off half the time. Half the time? I don't understand. Yo, what's going on, Stando? And how we doing, Skyline? Go take care of the baby and wife. Have a good one. I get it, Brad. I get it, man. Good luck. Thank you again for dropping your folks off here. Appreciate it. Change up the scout cam just to make it interesting. But like, how do you decide what weeks you have scout cam and what weeks you don't have scout cam? I guess that's the part that I'm... not understanding. Every time I freaking think that that thing is gonna come back more to the left. Or not even come back more to the left, but just start less right, and it never does. Okay, again, gotta Albie the second. Should be always off. Best setting in the game, like to see it in plat. I wouldn't stand out, and the reason I say that is because, I mean, unless they adjusted the courses, unless you adjusted the courses that we play in plat, I just don't think it works. You can't have that degree of accuracy required and have not the slightest clue. At least in my opinion. I think Vibro should be off for pro. You're saying like pro difficulty? Not like pro tours on TGC, right? Organizers don't even know half the time. It's like when they randomly like mess up the special event settings. People who take it seriously would benefit from practice rounds. I mean, people already technically benefit from practice rounds, but people also benefit from watching other people stream it, right? If you know conditions that, you know, other people didn't know, definitely have an upper hand. Like there are certain things that can be policed and controlled, and there are other things that can't. It's just kind of the nature of it. Oh, that's still low, huh? This is not an easy challenge if you're gonna play it draw bias. Like if you're a draw bias player and you're not gonna take it off of legend swing. Match day, so each tourney is usually points for how you place overall, plus the bonus for winning You're 1v1? Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it's just one of those things, like, I've heard of it, and it just sounds like a soccer team. That's really all I've gathered. Just sounds like the name of a soccer team. This happens to me every single time. I keep ending up on this, like, left patch of freaking rough. Because I know that I can't albie the last hole because I can't hit a freaking fade. I have to hit a draw because I have to shot shape bias. Ten-week seasons. Yeah, I don't have time for that. Warm up, play True Sim. Warm up, play Plat. That's my golf capacity. Props to all of you who can play quick and play a lot. That ain't me though. See, it's like it kicks left, kicks left, kicks left. If you get too far right, it kicks right. %3 underswing? Are you broken? You numbskull. How? How? Play this game as well, Victor? Get in there. What's going on, ears? Welcome back. Wexford's your warm-up? Nothing like playing pro to warm up for Legend. Yeah, I pretty much just play... I just stay in my Legend swing stuff all the time, and then the only time I play Masters is when we play True Sim. The challenge is, for me, it's content / completionist. You don't really need to do it, no. But for me, it's like a switch up from playing career mode for warm up, you know? Keeps me in my same input. I hesitated on the top of that swing. Gosh darn it. I'm like so focused on hitting the 60% power because we underhit that last one by 3 and I hesitated at the top of the swing. So I was like, that's 60. Then drop it 2%. Yeah, I guess the thing for me, Skyline, about the pro societies is like, to me, my pace of play is not due to practice swings or the swing input. To me, it's the shot calculation and figuring out where I want to be. You know, so like even putting it onto pro, I'm not suddenly. I didn't freaking flip the bias back. Gosh darn it, Tiger! Why do you have to be a fade bias? But for me, it's like, the pace is because just the way that I read everything in the game. Yeah, trying to dial my shot in, trying to read putts. Gonna still end up, probably gonna end up short too. Well, you know what would help? If I could swing straight. Well, this challenge, man. I wasn't expecting it to take so long, but getting 3 eagles in a row. Legend swing and having to play a sweeping draw every time is not. Somewhere between Rundown and I. I mean, that's a pretty broad spectrum. Yeah, I mean, if I was able to read greens and like quickly make, quickly take putts, like, yeah, this would definitely be a different story, but I struggle to visualize putts. Nice. Love that for me. All right, let's just for giggles, let's see the second hole again. Cause like our swing is good, or it's getting there. But it's like all these crooked fairway lies. Too far to the right. I can get it up to like that pin high. I just really don't know how you just play it out. I know we have to albatross this final one, but why not? Just missed the 108, I think. Yeah, because here you would have to hit a fade, right? Like, I think if you legitimately want a shot of this, you probably have to fade it. Because that's going to give you, like, the straight line here. Just have a hard time believing we're going to be able to albatross with the draw. What a tease. Okay, so it's maybe a little bit more possible than we gave it credit for. Yeah, that turned out pretty well, Mosey. Fortunately, we didn't eagle the first hole. You're back to full golf on the 15th, Liam? Get in there. All right, come on. We gotta get out the gates. Gotta get out the gates strong. Again, I know people cheese these challenges, but we're playing it on Legend. Playing plat settings because I'm stubborn and I've done all of them like this up to this point, so why would we change now? Okay. Up, it's gonna go a little left. Michael Scarn's on the loose. What's going on, Cole? The Barstool ones take me. I still haven't done the one club challenge. That's the only one that I haven't done out of that. The hole-in-ones probably took me probably like 2 hours tops. I think we had the first seven hole-in-ones and the long putt done in like less than an hour. Okay. Okay. It's like the first time that we've gotten out of that one. Yeah, so Skylight, the not all of the challenges, of course, but all of the Tiger ones, you have to play a fade. Because Tiger's character has a fade bias. But yeah, pretty crappy for those that... that play a draw swing. Or I guess are normally like left-handed faders. Okay. Work is far from over, though. Work is far from over. Come on. Settle. Settle. Just give me an easy eagle. Okay. Done. Done, 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 done. Get out of here. Get out of here. Flight ball on, use bump and run to putt. I was using bump and run to putt, Mosey. I haven't used any balls in this game. I have yet to use a ball. We've got 276 hours, which to some is not a lot, but I yeah, still have the quest outstanding. All right, we got, let's see here. 9 pars are better. Okay, let's do this one. This is a shot challenge. Congrats, here's a Mizuno visor. Yeah, but for me, Skyline, it's whatever. It's a different way to warm up. I'd rather complete something than just play another career mode round. And I don't like... See, the hard part is, like, to compete in, like, Happy Tea Friends and stuff, like, I wouldn't want to use CC as my warm-up, for example, because I don't want... Oh, my word. Tiger, your club gaps are killing me, dude. A low draw. I have not the slightest clue about this. Nope. I think that was too far anyway. What if... The problem is, I'm gonna have to freaking partial this. Gosh darn it, Tiger. So edge of the bunker, 87%. Mr. Mojo, welcome back for 3 months. Hope you continue to enjoy your faces. Thank you for choosing to use your Prime sub over here. Welcome back, welcome back. Just play stock ball. So, just play stock ball because in the societies that we play, Mosey, the TGC Tours societies, we are not able to use the ball sleeves, so they have them turned off. But here's the proof of it. I have never equipped a consumable golf ball. Still haven't finished the basic tutorial. All right, 87%. Let's see. I pulled it. Okay, so edge of the bunker is too far. Go 85%. A little bit more right. They still haven't fixed that texture pattern. You can see the square. So for those that don't know what I'm talking about, it's very faint, but the circle that is painted onto the green is actually, because it's an image that's applied over top, it's a square. And you can see the line here. The background, for whatever reason, is not fully transparent, but actually applies like a lighter shaded blend of grass around the square area. That's not the circle. Anywho. Welcome to Fun Facts with Colby. Need a theme for that? What do you mean, rundown? Also, what are the odds that you were just mentioned by Skyline? He said he's a hybrid of our two games, which I said there's a lot of wiggle room in there in terms of pace of play. I really struggle with partials because I can't hit the same swing path. That's 80%, but that's perfects. I think if we can get a little bit more. See, that's 86. Why is it so hard to get closer to that 84 mark? Well, at least you can roll it back down for the 10-foot ring. Square is a higher priority item than desync? No, I think, though, that one thing that people... It's very easy to get frustrated by, but it is the type of thing that, like, easy bug fixes sometimes will take precedent over the harder ones because they're easy to get off the backlog. Something easy to be like, oh, I know what's going on here, boom, fix it. You know, it may not be as high priority, but definitely an easy win. I feel like if we get the 83, it's gonna have that further carry. 85, man, that's too far. You gotta hit the pin. Not going to, but you gotta. John, get in there. Another Prime sub. Welcome back for 2 months, John. Appreciate you, man. Hope you continue to enjoy your faces. Smack and cheese, what's going on? Okay, I've been asked, and I know I'm gonna show my age and ineptitude here. I know who Lamar Jackson is. I don't know a Lamar Jackson edit, but it's the second time I feel like this week, or at least in the past week, that I've been asked to do that, and I don't know what it means. Ooh, 83% is too far. That's a hype train. That is a hype train. Okay then. Okay then. Mr. Mojo gifting 5 subs. You got a sub for Mr. Mojo. Enjoy your faces. A treasure train. Okay, so I don't know what this means. A treasure train, which I've never heard of before, has just started in your channel. Participants save 35% on 5 or more gift subs at level 5. That's interesting to say the least. So we're at level 2. They're giving discounts. Basically what they're saying is if people gift enough subs or give enough bits or whatever in a small enough time frame, we will make it cheaper to give even more. It's very clever. It's very clever. I'll give them that. All the ways to like try and gamify gamify the gifting on Twitch. Give them a lot of credit. Well, we did it back to back. Yes, there it is. There it is. Okay, guy. I'll do it. I'll do it. Thank you very much for the 100 bits, dude. Don't get me... I'm not trying... You know, I've always tried to put it this way. I will gladly accept your money, but I am not going to sit here and try and ask you for money. That's the way we're gonna roll with it. What's going on, Alex? How are we doing? Okay. No more partial shots. I don't wanna sit grinding out 82% partials as my warm-up. There are a few that do that. Well, here's the thing, Ears. There's not enough money to go around to support that. Alright, we'll try the shot limited one. This will be our last little bit of warm-up here, most likely. But, like, if everybody in... So, we'll just take the golf community, right? Because that's going to be where the most of this overlap is. The more people that, you know, are trying to hype up or ask for, however, gift sub bits, etc., right? The more of that you have going on within a given directory, I mean, the more that you're going to end up... You know, you're fighting over scarce resources, I guess is the best way to put it. What can 92% do for you? Right, that's the biggest thing with it. You know, obviously there's some of it is on overlap of individuals and some of it is, you know, it's just who a particular individual is, right? Everybody's got different capacities for the amount that they give. Or don't. And I do want to emphasize that that time is a very valuable resource that people give up, and I am very thankful for. People giving me that time. Yeah, definitely one of those things of, I have a day job. You know, obviously I like money. Having more money is nice, but you know, the best thing that people can do is give their time. Thank you guys for the level 2 hype train. Choo choo. Choo choo. Warming up for Kinetic this week? Nice. We're rocking and rolling some of these challenges here, trying to get warmed up for some True Sim. Ooh, 94% is too much. And that little push, just so... %, gosh darn it, Colby. Okay, that's closed instead of the push, which will be better. Oh, that's so close. And Mr. Mojo is converting from their Prime sub to a paid tier 1 subscription. What is happening? What is happening, Mr. Mojo? Thank you kindly, sir. Thank you very kindly. Thank you very kindly. Don't have to do that. Yeah, so it's always been an interesting thing. Like, and I think it's always hard to talk candidly about financially involved things on Twitch and YouTube and stuff without like feeling like or sounding like you're asking for it. You know what I mean? Because I'll put it like this, like I have streamed for over 9 years. I have had one instance of like the crazy gifting, right? Person bought a PS3 and Demon Souls for me back in the day. Like that was crazy. That was also like 7-8 years ago. But I guess is like if you were to look at my all-time, because I have it set to all-time instead of weekly, I feel like the weekly leans a little bit more to like the constantly trying to get people to outdo others for gift subs and stuff, which like everybody can run stuff the way they want. But if you were to look at my all-time gift leaderboard and bit leaderboard, I think people would not think that I have streamed for 9+ years. If that makes sense. And like I'm okay with that. I'm not asking for people to give more. But there's like the contention of only so many resources within a community to go around from individuals, right? If one individual watches 10 different streams or 3 different streams or what have you, there's still less likelihood that it's going to be an equal distribution. Similarly, you know, random communities, just there's that one person, you know, that Nigerian oil prince happens to find your stream and gift you hundreds of thousands of subs. Not hundreds of thousands, hundreds or thousands. If they're gifting you hundreds of thousands of subs, there's probably money laundering somehow going on. I don't know if they're giving you a cutback. I don't know what's happening. But there's like all sorts of those factors. But I just wanted to be clear that your time is a very high value, so for you to spend it here with me is pretty awesome. Diki Van Leduz. I probably butchered that name. Yeah, Twitch drops, I believe, expired probably over the weekend. I would imagine there'll be Twitch drops at least in like a month. At least again in like a month when they have the season 3 start up. But there is a chance that, you know, they do Twitch drops at random again in between. I don't know, they dropped them at random for 4th of July. My guess is probably in about a month when the next season turns over. Alright, well, speaking of the, like, thanks for watching, we gotta run a 3-minute ad break, get rid of Twitch's pre-roll ads. When we come back from that, we'll give the thumbs, I guess, one last little warm-up here with the couple tries at the Arnold Palmer challenge for Tiger, and then we dive into it. True Sim rounds 3 and 4. As it currently stands, we have a 1-stroke lead. Who knows what's going to happen, though? Technically, rounds 1 and 2 have to be in by tomorrow night, so there's always the chance that somebody plays behind. But as it stands, we are front runners. We need to go and play like front runners on the weekend, try and make something out of it. But I will see you guys back here in 3 minutes. And then the content keeps on rolling. BRB.
It's raining.
Ads. Get out of here. Alright, let's see what we got for our last little bit of warm-up here. I've been liking having it, I mean, in between rounds, we haven't had, like, the warm-up shots, but kind of nice to have a couple of shots, like, right before you hop into things. Alright, land on the green 6 times. Land within 10, land within 25. Let's go with this out the gate. Stock 4. Yeah, because I figure it's not gonna get great yardage. Okay, so that was actually more about my misses on the last one. I think we were aimed originally in a pretty good spot. Yeah, the poles, man. You gotta hit that. You gotta square that up. Nice. Hey, what up, D-Brad? Fighting for a top 5 at 1800. Missed opportunities and couldn't read the wins in round 2 for the life of you. It's tough, man. It's one of those deceiving tracks where, like, everything feels very gettable, but if you put yourself in the wrong spot short game wise, yeah, it can definitely be tough. 3 minutes is forever. Well, especially, yeah, when you're waiting on something, it definitely is. Oh, this is disgusting. What? This has got to be... Oh, wow. Off of the downslope. I mean, I don't know how you're... I don't know how you're not rock bouncing that most of the time. You gotta hit that like so perfectly short. All right, we'll give it one more go. Stuck around 600, 700 per round, trying to focus on your perfects. I mean, focusing on the perfects definitely helps. I mean, to be fair, another big part of it is definitely just being able to get your, what do you call it? Just being able to get your wind reads, wind and elevation are another big piece of it. Not just, I mean, being able to hit it where you want to or where you aimed is great, but you also need to have the ability to aim it in the right spot, because it's kind of twofold, right? Your aim is no good if you can't hit it well, and if you can't hit it well, your aim is no good. That first 25 win, we'll try to. We will definitely try to. Honestly, try not to think about it too much, because there's just so much golf that has to happen and so many things that have to go right. Just trying to take things one shot at a time. Come on. Just try and take things one shot at a time and just, you know, go from there. Which is basically how we try and, you know, approach every week, but if I start thinking about the pressure of, oh, I've got to make this, or, oh, I got to get to this number, what ends up happening is when I think about a number, like, that's where my focus is, and that's where I kind of get hard stuck at. Right, it's no good getting stuck one shy of a certain number if somebody then comes in behind you and outshoots it anyway. Kind of what we ran into the other week when Maximo and stuff was, you know, and I Love Jesus, and I think you were there too, D-Brad. Like, yeah, I was like, oh, I'm one short, and then ended up losing by like 7. Like, it didn't matter. Oh. Hoping that plus 4% is... it's too much. Dang. Alright, let's just play. We'll come back to that. This can be a challenge for... This can be a challenge for later. Always overpower your rhythm. I feel like with the rhythm, it's just be smooth with it. It's just be smooth with it. I know it sounds silly, but like, take it back. You want to be committed. Don't get me wrong. You want to be committed and get your transition go. You don't want to pause at the top. You want to go down, but it's back and down. Like, just commit to the downswing. Try not to see the number to beat because it makes it, yeah, and that's what we've run into in the past. And so I'm trying. Obviously, it flashes, but trying not to look at the number. Hey, what's going on, John? It's going well. How are you? We're just getting ready to head out onto the course at St. Andrews. I mean, 6 to 7 under is pretty solid, but yeah, picking up those few strokes, getting the reads a little bit better, getting the inputs more consistent, getting the, you know, dropping a few more putts. It's all about, you know, and the way that I approach TrueSim, I mean, I try and approach everything this way, but like, for me, it's find fairways, because fairways give me a 98 to 100% lie. You know, even light rough starts to stink at 95 to 94 to 99%. Minimize variation on my approach. You know, the better you get and the more consistent you are inputting it, the better that you can approach. And the better that you can approach, it just opens up. You have more chances at birdies. You're not going to make them all, but the more opportunities you give, the more you can make. Hey, thank you for the luck, Abe. Starting to like TrueSim? I enjoy it. It's it neutralizes the green reading a bit, which is, you know, where I struggle, right? I struggle to make longer medium putts and long putts in plat and such, so having it where my proximity starts to favor me a little bit more, it definitely helps. All right, off the tips, medium. Okay, here we go. Extremely firm, and then it's still that default medium speed. The extremely firm greens, I think, are what are going to trip me up more than playing it smart on the extremely firm fairways. Incentive to play the ranked tours, there are season rewards and there are some quest rewards for playing ranked tours. Put my hand on the right, yeah, just hand up, try and avoid it. Okay, that's a little bit deeper. I still think it's like run it up there and have some sort of pitch in. I'm gonna play it just a little bit back, actually. Okay. Good first swing. I'm gonna choke it down because I don't know, I'm just a little bit paranoid with the extremely firm of how much bounce we're gonna get. I didn't want to play myself up too close that it's like too awkward. That looks like a slope in the back of the green there. Okay, so we're gonna take a little bit of a gamble. Let's see here. Are we taking a gamble? 10 yards, up a hill, extremely firm. That's going to be too much. Okay. I was gonna try and spin it, but on second thought, I think we're gonna just pitch it. It's tough because of the green speed, like the extremely firms and then the green speed, like they make problems in my head. They make some problems in my head. It's a little bit of break the whole way. What up, Scotty? We're doing well. We're just getting started. We're just getting started here. And yeah, Lucas, they got us. We're playing St. Andrews for the Scottish Open. 55%. So that's. Good putt. Good putt. Wearing your rabies awareness shirt earlier. Rabies kills 3 Americans per year. Nobody talks about it. Oh man, I really do need to go back and rewatch The Office. Extremely firms. I would love to play this. Let's do this. Let's go. It's almost on a straight line. Let's go like here, and then let's take it back. We'll choke it down, hit the 95%. 93%. That works for me. I want it a little bit further than a 3-wood, but short enough that I can hopefully still take a full 60 in. .101, tailwind. Let's see here. Take that. Yo, what's going on, Salty? Welcome back. How have you been? Tough pin. Tough pin, because you're playing this. I feel like you gotta give it a little bit of pace. Because that's so sketchy. That's so sketchy. I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. We had a one-stroke lead as it stands through 2 rounds, picking up where we left off yesterday. And we're gonna try and make a run here on the weekend. It's 81 yards and like. But it's extremely firm, and so I'm wondering. I pulled it. Is that going to be too far left? No, we got to kick to the right. Come on. Extremely firm. Catch this ridge. Okay. Didn't quite catch enough of it, but definitely a good bounce. Okay. 27 yards, 8 yards on the spinner. It is extremely firm. Try and go a little bit longer here. %89 might be bad. Okay, that's close. It's a little short. I'd rather have hit that 1% long in that situation, but trying to partial, that's tough. Yeah, the ball rolls a ton, and they've got it cranked up to extremely firm fairways and greens in this round. Okay. Nice reads. Come on. Nice reads. I feel like that pinch is too far. Okay. Good enough tee shot for me. Think about designing an all fairway plot with extremely firm everything. I mean, that's the neat thing with, like, obviously the extremely and ultra and everything is tough to put onto a lot of courses. But stuff that's designed for it, yeah, that's a different story. If things are actually designed to play on these faster and firmer, or not even faster, but on these firmer tracks, then that becomes a more interesting proposition. Could be a really nice adjustment. Ultra the most speed firmness or extremely? I think ultra. I think ultra is the top. You can mess with extremely and ultra on courses that, you know, for the fairway and green that aren't necessarily designed for it, but the green speeds going that fast, that is definitely an added thing that the designer has to be keeping in mind. Oh no. That was a close read. I don't know if that's the push or if the read was just a touch under. Almost went 4 in a row there. That was tight. That was tight. Oh. Gonna need a right hand kick because I pulled that one a little bit. That's straight into the heavy. It bumped up and down on the light and heavy rough. We are in the heavy rough. Do a mega firm and crazy firm. I don't think you could put those sorts of names into the game and people take it seriously, I'm afraid. 158. I feel like if it, I think it would land somewhere. It's extremely firm. I don't know. We'll land it. It's a par 5. I'm gonna take the gamble. I'm gonna land it a little bit short and extremely firm my way up there. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Got an eagle look. Got an eagle look. Pretty breaky, a little bit less maybe at the end. So we want to go, that's the the pace we're visualizing. I'm going here, 59, right? I underswung that rhythm. That may have been decent. Gosh darn it. That's one of those ones I hesitate every once in a while. I'll hesitate on the power because I'm not confident on it, and I'll really focus on hitting the power, but then it kills the rhythm because you like pause. Bad. You just hit a hole-in-one on top of the rock and rank? Get in there, Kanzo. Get in there, man. That's awesome. 92. We got onto the front edge before. It's a little bit downhill. It's downwind. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it. Again, it's that extremely firm. If we can get a little bit going. Obviously, the risk is here. Now we're taking a shorter shot out of light rough, so it's like... But the trade-off is always like, if you can get it, yeah, super close. Light rough, it's gonna want to freaking roll a little bit. 98%. Guess 100% would have been fine. Guess 100% would have been fine. Nah, that's tough. That's the gamble we take. That is definitely the gamble we take. You gotta commit to it. You gotta commit to it. There we go. None of the hesitation crap like we just had. You gotta be committed. Okay, 297. I can maybe get like here. All right. Ah. Dang it. I got aggressive. I might pay the price for this. Is this gonna be like a I can't get it out of here? I think it is, right? That's so vertical. I think I actually have to play it over to where they're saying. Wow. Gonna be a fun one. All right. Well, unless we can make yeah, this was the trade-off of going for it, and I guess I shouldn't have, or I should have not taken such a straight line at it and gone up the left-hand side of the green. That's really not a bad putt from down there. All right. That's a bad bogey. That's a bad bogey. If you're gonna drive something, you can't do that. If you're gonna drive something, you absolutely cannot do that. That's aggression. That's aggression through and through. Hold it. It's fairly open. That's not great. All right, gonna have to make a putt to try and pick the pieces up here a little bit. Some of the camera angles almost look like the green has just been aerated. %er. Come on, man. Now we're talking. Seeing some putts this round though. Just can't do the stupid stuff. What's going on, basket? 1.5 degree push. Cover the bunker. It's extremely firms. I know it's into a headwind, but I'm okay with it. I rolled oddly straight. I know there's a lot of pace, but unless I see anything, I'm just... It's probably not going to go straight, but we're going to play it like a straight putt. 83%. 100%. $86. He better hit the cup. Not terrible. Little slick. Little slick. Okay, we'll take it. Not St. Andrews, if you go 4 rounds without a single messed up pop bunker lie. I think that's actually our first. I think that was actually our first bunker. If I'm being completely honest. says the tailwind. Like, this might be too much. Keep giving myself some of these really long putts to have to make. Right to left. It's about 100%. It's probably 100% putt. Which kind of is easier in a way. Genuinely no clue if this gets to the hole. No, it doesn't. Lucky shirt on my player? It's the clothes that my wife picked out. So nothing, nothing inherently lucky about it, I guess. Good putt. Nice two-putt. Alright, good way to rally back after the bogey. Okay. I probably need to stop putting myself into that sort of position, though. Is this just one of those monetized streams? Is this just one of those monetized streams? Another 5-pack? Who even am I? What even is this channel? Ricky, welcome back. Hope you're doing well, Ricky. Always good to see you. Always appreciate the generosity as well. Thank you for gifting 5 subs. Anybody who got a sub from Ricky, I hope you enjoy your faces. Seaward's Folly, thank you for the follow. That was a little bit of a tongue twister there. Appreciate it nonetheless. Okay. But looking at this, yeah, we'll do well to keep it like within like a 30-foot putt, to be honest. Because you're trying to float this in with tailwind. I'll put a bunch of loft on it, but really that's all I can do. Because it's going to land beyond the pin and then bounce even further. Ooh, a little bit of backstop action, though. You know what I was thinking of? On that par 4 that we drove on, like, is it 8? I was thinking of this par 3. Because is it the same green complex? I think it is. I think it's the same green complex. Yeah. Okay. Got so much break, man. It's got so much break. Right to left. Oh, man. That's so much right to left. Was it? 53. This guy putts. Sometimes you're just reading them, man. Sometimes you're just reading them. I don't know. That is a monster putt. He did the putt. He did the monster putt. He did the putt. Again, it's kind of these like, yes, I can drive it, but I don't think I should. Now, we're going to have to hit it into a pretty tight window, which I think is the hard part, right? Like, if we try and lay this one up, because we want a wedge, then I've got to try and hit, like, a faded... This is going to be one of the, like, oddly riskier plays than going for the green, I feel like. And that is trying to cut a hybrid here into extremely firms and try and sit it and somehow not end up in a pot bunker. So I was scared of hitting the choked hybrid for fear of the short bunker, but that's gonna work. That's gonna work. Yate Brock, thank you for the follow. Top tier over Plat? No, it's technically a side tour. So Plat is considered the top of TGC tours. TrueSim is an adjacent tour. People try to make the argument about, you know, TrueSim being the best. It's just, it's different. It's just different. There's a lot of shared skills, but there's also different skills. And it's not a fair comparison because not everybody in TGC as a whole plays TrueSim, right? So you don't get the fully flushed out, you know, competitive player base. Okay, I think 56 degree. A little long. And then maybe a little bit spinny. That works for me. Potentially underhit it there because I did think that the 101 was going to be a bit much. Man, this just freaking breaks right to left, huh? Is it that aggressive at the feet, too? Guess it kind of is. You just get this... You just get this, like, slopey... Yeah, all I can say is we're seeing it this round. Asian Invasion Persuasion. What's going on, dude? I've seen you around in Hemos, right? I believe so. I believe so. Okay, world ranking from it? No. So since it's an adjacent tour, this and the 3-click tour do not get any world ranking. From time to time. Yeah, I'm just like, I've seen your name somewhere over the years. Yeah, it has a separate money list. That is correct. It does have a separate money list, but it does not feed into the money lists or world rankings of the other tours. This is gonna be short. This is gonna be short. Which is really tough because I can't go up a club. Oh, gosh darn it. 141, 139. I mean, it's going to throw us... Top tier lie is going to throw us in here. Bad lie is going to throw us short. Do we want to de-loft it? Because I think that's 15 yards. Yeah, we're going to have to basically do this. De-loft it a little bit. Try and get a hold of it. Okay. Pured it to 101. That's a decent yardage out of there. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. Again, it's the breakers. Again, it's the heavy breakers here, but just trying to visualize the putt. Just trying to stay in the zone. Stay in the auto zone. And just every hole, just try and find a way to maybe score it. Last job, you're watching him a lot, but I haven't really watched a lot of streams in general. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I have been in the same job working from home, but I definitely, even with that, you know, go through ebbs and flows of, you know, needing to be, obviously my work needs my attention, but there are waves where I can, yeah, maybe be a little bit watching a little bit more or not. I'm gonna try and hit this a little bit more. Just a touch draw. We're just gonna get it on the green, like pin high. Try and have this putt from up the hill over here, if we can. I don't know what it's gonna look like exactly, but I'm just trying to roll it back there. Hole-in-one time, Zach. Oh, I would love that. Tilt the controller, so just picking my grip straight up. This is how I hold it. It's a little diagonal. And then my thumb lays over the top of the controller, a little bit above diagonal. So I feel a little bit straight to left on the backswing, and then more, yeah, I basically have just a straighter diagonal swing. It doesn't feel straight necessarily in my hand, but that's definitely the way that it comes out. 69%, nice. Enough channel points to use your Bean Boozle? Oh, I'm hanging on to at least one Bean Boozle. I'm a general accumulator of the points, but not a big spender. Gotta save it for timing. Save it for the timing purposes. All right, so if you were 66%, just try to visualize how this is gonna come off. It's gonna be speeding, but it's gonna be braking, and then as it goes, it's pretty hard down that way. Maybe somewhere out here. 66%. 68, it's a little firm. Oh, 66 would have been such a good read. Probably actually could have been a touch low on 66. We'll take a 2-putt bird. Always happy to have a 2-putt bird. Thumb versus the 3-click. Honestly, because I've only played 3-stick, or 3-stick, because I've only played swing stick, 3-click is incredibly challenging to me. I tried at the very end of 2K23, I tried to play Legend 3-click for the achievement of just playing a 3-click round, and I shot like 91 or something. I think it was 91. It was tough. It's either that or I was trying to break 100. Either way, it was not pretty. A little bit open, which if this bounces nicely could be okay. Perfect. Welcome back, Matt. How's it going? How's it going? 158. 151. See, I feel like the 9-iron is about 5 yards long. It's a little bit short. Gonna try and get this one back there. Not terrible. That is not terrible at all. 6 feet. Looks like it's breaking away from us just ever so slightly. Touch more at the start. Just put it right on the edge there. Ooh, it almost didn't break. Almost didn't break. We use stick, Matt. We're a swing sticker. Which I think you can also just tell from the general animation of not seeing the points fling around the circle. Yeah, we've always been swing stick. All your putts which almost missed have gone in. Yeah, definitely need a little bit of luck on your side for sure. Okay, I'm gonna take the 3-wood. I'm gonna take the 3-wood. Oh, I left it open. I think it kicks left. Okay. Don't need that finish in my life again. Talk through the next putt, how I analyze the putt reads from the angles I used to say. Yeah, sure. I'll absolutely go through that, Eric. Think the game is better than 23? You like the variety of shots, but the super flop is mega cheese in this game. Chipping mechanic is too challenging to get the ball to stop. I enjoy it. I think there's a little bit... There are definitely tweaks that I would want to make. I think the super flop is just a crazy cheap out. But the other problem is that it's locked to fade bias. And so I think competitively either draw players need to be able to hit a draw biased flop, or it has to flip biases for everyone. So fade bias would need to hit draw bias, or somehow they'd have to come up with some sort of draw bias shot that is, you know, more powerful. But I've been enjoying it overall. Trying to de-loft that through a little bit. Nice. You're never going to lefty fade? Draw righty gang for I know I can't get myself to change. Alright, so this is for you here, Eric. So when I'm looking at a putt, I'm looking at a couple of things. This is a very short one, but it'll illustrate the points, generally speaking, and I'll go through it again in the future. We've just been hitting them close. When I am going for true sim putting, I am looking to establish known goods. So I am trying to look at the ball relative to my feet and the way that the cup is angled. The way that the cup is angled, you can kind of tell sometimes from the flag and sometimes just from getting low and kind of looking at it, you know, does it seem flat? To me, it's flat. If it has anything, it would maybe be a touch left to right. And then here, I'm looking at my feet, and the ball looks like it's slightly above my feet. Now, in this case, it's 4 feet. You know, I'm just gonna play it straight and hammer it home. So I'll try and go through it on a longer putt if I can. But effectively, what I'm trying to do is establish what is the break at my feet, what is the break at the hole. Mostly just directional, because from there, if it's all flowing left to right, I can look up the hill of the putt from the right-hand side and see the break across the entirety of it. And then I'm looking, do I see any differences in break across the putt? PD Pete Town, thank you for the follow. So, you know, when you're looking up at the putt, if I know it's left to right and left to right, well, now I can see if there's changes, right? Is it the same left to right all the way through? Does it get stronger at the end? Does it get weaker at the end? Uphill and downhill? Well, you can see the uphill. So in the, what's it called? in the HUD right here, I can see if it's uphill or downhill. Now, from that side view, you can see if it, in the same view that you're looking for the break across the putt, you can see elevation change. So you can see if it's downhill to uphill to downhill to, if that's going to affect the way that you're reading a putt. Tristan gave you that? Yeah, so if you turn on distance information in the HUD in your settings, it will be there regardless of the difficulty settings. So if you have it on by default to be on the pin, right? It's on the marker at the flag. If it's on the A marker and then you like have distance info, whatever, that's all you're ever gonna have for it is like on the screen. But if you put it in the HUD, it is always there. Hey, what's going on, V-Town? Thank you. This was a gift a while back from my in-laws, I think, but I think it's an Old Navy shirt, if I remember correctly. All right, ball's above my feet a little bit. Wind holds it. Oh, nice. Quad perfect, straight at it. Landed on the green. Nice. I know it's 6 iron, so it's gonna roll. Okay. So this is 8 feet, so you can see a little bit more in it, but you can see that the hole, and especially from the tilt of the flag relative to that flag stick, very, very left to right. And then I like to zoom it back here towards my feet, and I can see, okay, ball is definitely below my feet. We're angled that way. We've got left to right at the start. So now I'll take it, it's left to right the whole way. I'm going to look up the slope of the putt. Right, and so I can see that there's break going across. It feels pretty steady. Maybe flattens out just a hair more in the middle, but still is going to be a pretty steady break across. And from there, it's all kind of a feel and trying to read the way that the greens are breaking, the way that you've been, seeing stuff. I underhit it. I read the putt and I underhit it. Son of a gun. But like, that's the approach. Now, reading the correct amount of break and all of that, like that is definitely experience and seeing things over time and adapting to green speeds throughout the rounds. But like, that is through and through, that's the general approach that I am taking. I'm gonna take the 4-iron. I'm gonna take the 4-iron. I'm gonna try and set myself up for a wedge. The worst misses deep. Yeah, when you read it right and you mishit your power. Yeah, those sting. Those sting for sure. We are JB. This is the end of round 3. So we are 13 under on the round with the bogey and a missed putt on that last one. So this round has been going quite nice. Ball's like slightly downhill for me here, which is not ideal. I can't be too short. Like, I've got like 23, 24 to work with. 35. Gonna be more than 5 yards though. Actually, no. I think that means that pitching wedge. I think that actually means the choke pitching wedge is fine. Close to pin high, a little bit short. I just did not take. That lie was enough below. It did not take back to the right, or right to left rather. All right, so we're seeing right to left there. Seeing right to left here. But what the differences help tell you is if there's an increasing amount of strength of break in the putt, or if there's, if it's a double breaker, You know, where does it start? Where does it turn hard? And also it's helpful to kind of take your putter back and help use that for visualization. Right, so I know, okay, I'm taking it's 43%, like it's a short pullback. That's kind of the pace we're going to be getting off of it. And as it's rolling down here and turning, you know, it's going to start to, it's going to just break that bit more, right? Like you're going to get down there, it's going in the hole. Like you just have to try and visualize it. What's going on? I'm correct. There we go. 14 under with a bogey. Heck of a round. I do play IRL, not a lot. But I try and play when I can. I played once this year and it was my first round in 8 months. I'm a solid 26-27 handicap. All right, take it easy, Matt. Thanks for hanging out. I do have an Instagram, Brayden, but I haven't posted to it in a really long time, to be honest. I pretty much at this point stick to, we stream on Twitch and YouTube, and then I have, you know, I'll try and post updates, you know, in the YouTube community section, Discord, and like sometimes on Twitter too. Okay, so we pulled a little bit of separation on Scud. We still got to play round 4. Don't look at it. Don't look at it, Colby. We're taking D-Bread's. We're taking D-Bread's advice. I don't want to see where the people are at. We're going to play round 4 and just try and stay in our own lane. I don't want to see what score I have to shoot. We shot a crazy good round there. We just got to do it again. Try not to see. Try and set a number and let people... No, don't tell me, JB. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Okay? Don't tell me. I don't want to know where the people are at. It's me and a golf shot. Me and a golf shot. Me and a golf shot. Figure out shot. Hit shot. Try and make putt. Rinse and repeat. I don't want to know, oh, well, the best guy got to this number so far. It's 65 under. Got it. Okay, 65 under is the number to beat. Got it. Got it. We've got a long way to go. Gotta shed the weight, Sogo? I don't know, man. We're leading the tournament, but yeah, you're right. Maybe we'd have a bigger lead. I can't help it though. He's just a nice player. This is what 69 in every stat looks like. All right? If you want your character to look like this, pick the same face, 69 on every slider. Voila. All right. We got to take a quick 3-minute break, which hopefully, fingers crossed, does not screw up anything with our swing and our reads, and we can keep on rolling along. It would be really mean of Franz if he changes the green speed here on round 4, which I have a feeling might happen. We've been reading the mediums very well, but we'll see what we've got in store for round 4 in a couple minutes here. So, quick 3-minute break. We'll get the pre-roll ads out of the way. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Really appreciate y'all being here. Hope you're all enjoying. And yeah, like, follow, sub, all that jazz. And we'll get after round 4 in just a few minutes. BRB.
It's raining.
Ads. All right. The old course at St. Andrews Links. We gotta go one more time. One more time. Let's see here. From the tips again. So we're playing all rounds from the black tees here this week. High winds out of the northwest. Extremely firm, extremely firm. Okay, so the winds get higher, but hopefully, I mean, we'll see what the pins look like and we'll see how we can approach. Much to our advantage, I suppose. The green speeds are the same all 4 rounds, which means if we can hit some more close approach shots and keep those reads going from earlier, that's very handy. Now this is again one of those close ones. You can only really super flop it if you run it perfectly up towards the water. More than likely, you're hitting a longer flop. I think what we do here is just hit. I think you hit the 3-wood. I underswung it a little bit. That's okay. We're probably gonna have to long flop it. Oh, that is spicy. That's more in like a regular flop territory. Better late than never? What's going on, Johnny? That's right. Better late than never. Absolutely. Welcome back. Welcome back. How's everything going tonight, Travis? It's going well, man. We had a wonderful 14 under round 3. Trying to make something happen here. Trying to make something happen here in the second round. Or I mean in the final round. Second round of the night. Extremely firms, a little bit of bounce and roll. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this with the flop in mind of rolling out a little bit. Okay, it doesn't, but we are 5 feet away, so we have a chance. We've got a chance, we've got a chance, we've got a chance. It looks a little lumpy, which is never fun. Which means when it looks like it has just like the tiniest bits of right to left, you slam it. You slam it straight. And don't look back. Okay. This is gonna be one of those try and lay it back in a way that we can hit a wedge. So I think that's just gonna be... I think that's just gonna be 3-wood. I think that's just gonna be 3-wood now. That's where the flag is. Extremely firms, there's a chance that this gets to the light rough. I think we're good. It's gonna be a little bit below the feet. What? 106. It's a choked approach. 111. I think it gets the bounce. To be completely honest, I think it gets the bounce. Oh, it definitely did. Yeah, tailwind, and I guess a little bit maybe downhill on that landing spot. Touch below the feet. Definitely a bit more at the end. And right to left. What am I looking at here? me rewrite everything that I know. That's slightly above the feet. Break it this way. Really only the heavy break in the beginning, and then it's kind of gentle. Gentle the rest of the way. Get in there. Lowest under par in 2K25 what, for a single round? I think it's like 19. I don't think I've cracked the 20. I don't know what my lowest 4-round total is. Let me see what TGC has, because that's probably where it is. So far this season, our best to par 53 under through 4 rounds on plat. Oh no, that's 52 under last week. What do we do in True Sim so far? 50 is our best in True Sim. Yeah, so 52 under last week was our best to par through 4 rounds, which, I mean, the courses that we're playing on plat are pretty tough. 78, oh, that's close. See, this is where I almost don't think it's worth it, because I don't, the accuracy and the ability to overpower this the way that I need and then bound it down and roll it back there. I'm actually gonna take the layup on this one for once. I'm just gonna choke down my 3-wood and try and trust my long-range wedge game. Choked approach. Because the choked approach is going to be long. Even on this downslope too. It's not going to help. I'm just going to play it as lofted as I can. I'm just going to play it as lofted as I possibly can. Because look at that. Look at that. Lofted up, but it bounces so far. Bounces it so far. Now, the wind definitely held us up to the left. So that leaves us with a bit of a predicament on the putt coming in here. Very breaky the whole way through. %. I've got my putting goggles on, I guess. That's where I want to be if I drive it out there. I think what we're gonna have to do is take a little bit off. %96% is not bad. I am a little bit left of where I'd like to be. Need you to slow down. Need this hill to kick it right enough to stay. Oh, okay. That works for me. Now 127 with the big tailwind like this is where you start getting into like landing it pin high and then the big bounce. That's still a 6-yard kick and some release. I'm gonna put a little bit of loft on this one. And then we're just kind of full send, like pretty well straight at it. Thing is, you gotta play for the big kick. I took a little bit off because I thought with the tailwind that the 50-degree would chase. I thought that the 50-degree would chase, and so I didn't hit that one stock for fear of getting a bit too long. What do we got that's breaking away from us? Which means I need to look this way. I'm really having a tough time reading this one. Fairly flat. Break towards the end. Just on the edge. I did hit that one a little bit firm, but at least that makes up for the one that we read perfect, like we read properly and we underhit it. That one, you know, a touch off on the read, but mishitting that one actually paying off a little bit. But I guess, is it a mishit if it goes in? Technically, yes. Technically, yes, because it's not what your intent was. Your intent was to make the putt, but it was not your intended, you know, exact input. Okay, extremely firms and then some yardage. I mean, light rough. It's definitely not this because that's too short, but go 6. I mean, the problem is if you lose 5% on this, you very easily lose 10 yards and have it where like you're landing 30 yards short and it's not that fast. 216. I mean, if you clear it, we're kind of in between. I'm gonna go here and we gotta loft it some. It seems like a decent distance with the extremely firm. Wow. Seriously. I would have thought for sure extremely firm greens. I know that the green speed's not crazy, but I just thought it would have gotten a little bit chasier. Yeah, I put a little bit of loft correct, but yeah, we had the same mindset there. But I guess it came up short enough and had just enough spin from the loft and lie that it bit. 68%. Okay, we hit it. Oh, no. Oh, what a putt. What a putt. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? 97. So, See, this is one where the power drive... I feel like the power drive has a chance to actually get to the green without anything too crazy. Just a touch off the mark. But that kicks straight forward. Come on the green. Release up and over the hill. I mean, that's an absolutely incredible shot. I mean, I still haven't hit a hole-in-one on a par 4, but that feels like about the closest I've ever been, or at least it's up there. That thing shot, I thought on the edge of the rough there, like it might do some funky kick to the right, but that thing came out straight and just had the perfect amount of roll to get onto the green. Holy cow. All right, so let's not follow this up with something stupid. All right, we're playing well. That doesn't mean we can carry this. I've had bad luck with this in particular. Okay. Had bad luck with this hole in particular so far this tournament. So, we're going to be a smart player, okay? We're going to be a smart player. We're going to play it like here. We're going to let the wind bring us back to the left, and we're going to try and put ourselves into position to hit a wedge. Okay? Simple as that. We're going to try and put ourselves in position to hit this wedge nice and close. Now, it's slightly uphill. Yes, there is some wind here, right? Yes, we do have some side wind, but we're honestly probably looking at carrying it close to 100. I need a little D-loft on this, even with the extremely firms, just to like not put ourselves short. Like that's a de-risk. Now I overhit the rhythm there, but that's a de-risking play. I'm not leaving myself short. I'm not trying to hit the fairway and get all sorts of weird bounces and whatnot. Just trying to do our best. What's going on, Darren? Tighten up on big putts? Sometimes, yeah. I mean, I've definitely cracked under pressure, you know, my fair share. %51%. But boy, are we reading some things on the weekend. Hot dang. Hot dang. First round, we were missing putts. Second round, it started to come to us. Third and fourth round, we're on just like another level of dialed in on the putter. That's going to carry pin high and long. 206 is going to be short, right? I mean, we're carrying like 13-yard loss, 193. It's not going to get 9 yards. I gotta hit a lofted 4. Oh, I pushed it. That was such a bad backswing. But even with the extremely firm, it's just too much into the headwind. That works because we missed the back portion. And the way we've been rolling it, I'm not counting anything out at this point. So that's saying it's coming back. My feet, kind of flat. Touch right to left. Right to left. Flattish. The only thing that I'd be concerned about is a potential of like slight left to right in the beginning because of the way that this kind of goes towards the back here. Okay. I can't help but get this. I could miss this left. I could very well miss this left, but I can't shake this feeling of a little bit of right movement, and I'm feeling like it's moving right for long enough on this putt that the end kind of holds us up straight. I definitely overhit that by about 4%. But sometimes misses go your way. Sometimes they don't. Oftentimes they don't, but sometimes they do. And that's the important part. The important part is every once in a while they do. I think I have to hit power drive. As silly as that sounds, I think I have to. Oh no. I am getting too far left. Okay. Getting too far left on my swing. A little bit of miss going on there. All right, what can we do? 55. It's coming out probably about 45. Am I getting really 20 yards of roll on this shot? I don't think so. But a 50-degree wedge. Well, that I could maybe see. It's like hard to tell. I'm like trying to see what I can see of the green. Because I don't want to just go straight at it if it's not actually straight. I'm going full 60-yard pitch, and I am kind of honestly hoping for a crap lie that puts us back at like 49, 17 yards of rollout. Okay, that's a better swing. I just need the release of this to be decent. Okay, that's decent. 'Cause I have a putt. I have a putt. Looks at putts are good. Right to left at the hole. Oh, right to left, see there. Little break, kind of flattens, little break. Think. Maybe it's just the same steady break the whole way. Under the pressure. Under the pressure, he's making the putts. Awaken him. Thank you for the follow. $67 yards. Yeah, go right of the flag. And just full send it. Now, I did not hit this the 100 to 101. We'll see how that plays out for us. So far, it's looking like that's a pretty good thing. $23-footer, it's breaking below the feet. Downhill, sweeping. Feels like it's like a tiny bit below the feet here to start, and then it starts to build up as it heads down the hill. 59% would be there. Okay, I definitely read more break into that, but we drove it. So, it's a 2-putt bird. We drove it, so it's a 2-putt bird. Like, that's all that's all that you can really ask for. Okay, tailwind. It's 188 yards. 168-yard club. If we get it down to 178, that's going to be too short. 182, now we're starting to get somewhere, but it's a big slope. It's a big slope, so like it's extremely firm, but it could potentially choke it out a little bit. But I think this is probably the shot we have to go with, otherwise you're trying to take off of the full 7. Okay, I mean, it's a crisp 101. Big bounce, move right, go in the hole, question mark? That would have been so good. That would have been so good. Okay. Right to left the whole way. It's down the hill, so you have to be mindful. It's one of those ones you like tap it and baby it. That's the part that always scares me, right? Like you're I hate it so much. I hate it so much, man. Okay. Hit it straight so consistently. That's at least, yeah, that's definitely a big part of our arsenal. I mean, obviously you still have to figure out where to hit it and execute. But yeah, certainly having some semblance of consistency. Well, some semblances. I guess probably putting it a little too lightly. But yeah, being consistent on inputs a high percentage of the time is a very useful tool in this game. .27. You're taking like a 13-mile-an-hour headwind. I'm punching it. Punching it, I'm punching it, I'm punching it. Slightly below the feet. Wind is feeling that way. I pushed it. Okay, but I misplayed the wind, so the push is actually going to be very helpful. I will say this. The putting has been crazy. It really has. But the other piece of the puzzle here that we really can't ignore is that there is a lot, and I mean a lot, of wedge on this course. And I like to think that we're a pretty strong wedge player. It's gonna be a longer shot. I gotta make sure that we are left of those bunkers. Oh no, I end up aiming straight at the freaking bunker. I got bamboozled by the minimap. I thought I was aimed Much more to the left. Okay, we're gonna have to play a shorter shot out of here. It's actually pretty dangerous. I don't love this, but I think for safety's sake, just not to do anything stupid, because I don't think we can get there. Don't think we can get there. Altogether this week, David, yeah, it definitely is feeling that way. But we still have 6 holes to play. Can't slow our roll now, you know? Can't slow our roll now. 72, into a headwind, 170. A little bit more. It's definitely coming right. Hello. I mean, smooth stroke. Ah, that's unfortunate. Very costly tee shot. Big procs guy, fly guy? Big procs guy. Big procs guy. Huge break, and then it slows down. Another Colby! Thank you for the sub, Colby. Always fun finding a fellow Colby out in the wild. Welcome. We've collected a few Colbys in these past number of weeks, if I'm being completely honest. Oh. Alright, it's okay. It's okay. We're a dime a dozen. Okay, so just for... I didn't actually... You know, when we're on a heater and I check out, I didn't realize that we went 10 under on the front 9. I didn't realize we were 13 under through 12. We were just playing golf. That's the, like, flow state that I'm talking about. Playing one shot at a time and not even thinking about things. One stroke penalty, sometimes you gotta get... Well, definitely in real life, they're a penalty. But yeah, certainly seems to play that way in this game, too. Ooh, see, we're gonna land... short 28 yards, and that's pretty steep up the hill. But to give ourselves a full wedge is kind of a dangerous thing, so I think what we're gonna have to do is go for it. .102, I closed it, which might be flirting with a pop bunker. Okay, no, we're in a safe spot. We're in a safe spot. 15 yards. All right, all the super flop cheesing that you could possibly do. It's coming your way here. Oh wow, I can actually hit an intentional one. Got enough of a lie going our way. Wow, it's so nice when you can hit a super flop super casually. Wow, what a round though. 2 bogeys on the weekend, but I mean, we're 10 strokes clear of Skyline with 4 to play. I mean, I know Skyline was behind Scud, but we're putting together a pretty insane pace. Okay, we're going for the gap. We're going for the gap. I just gotta try and figure out where the gap is. It works for me. It's light rough, but it works. Doesn't, yeah, it's very rare to hole it, but it's such a cheesy shot in terms of just, yeah, you have that, like, get out of jail free card of, oh, I'm in trouble, super flop. Well, this is a tough position. I think what we're gonna have to do is de-loft pitching wedge. Pushed it, dang. Feel like that distance is gonna be what we needed it to be. Yeah, just got a little bit off on the swing line. All right, ball's below the feet. Tracking a long way. It's not like a crazy break, but it's, I think it is just breaking left to right the whole length of the putt. Oh. I had visions of tucking the putter. I had visions of tucking the putter, but it wasn't meant to be. Okay, this one has been just feel like if we try and choke that. The wind flipped on us. Cool. Okay, straight at the flag is a decent line. Wind is turning. I love this. Okay. Little 95%er on the driver. Mayhaps a little long, but if it's a little long, we just get a little spinnier with it. No, we're good. We're good. I mean, it's windy though, so 109. 50-degree wedge. Is it gonna spin? Probably not that much. We'll get a little lofty with it. Throw this 50 degrees straight at. Little bounce pass, little spin back. Oh, that's beautiful control. That is beautiful control. Take that. What's going on, Schnorkin? Explain the loft, de-loft, and spin roll on the controls. So left stick down is going to give you more loft. So here's the thing. Left stick and right stick down is going to, in most cases, take away yardage. Pushing it forward is going to add yardage. Right stick is technically considered attack angle. It does affect the spin on the ball. However, I have found that in this game, loft controls the spin a lot more. So I will personally utilize the left stick to not only affect my shot distance, but also how soft or spinny my shots are. Right stick is more of just like a fine-tuning distance adjustment, the way that I play it. What's going on, Easy 8? 52 under? Yes. We are on the 4th round of our tournament this week. We're at 53 under with 2 to play. It's been a very good tournament, to say the least. And before anybody knocks, oh well, he must be playing on easy difficulty settings. We're on 1.69 difficulty multiplier. We've got Master Swing, no vibration, pretty much no help. I think the only thing is it could go to Legend Swing and like take the distance away in the yardage book. Okay, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna play this right of the hole, roll it up. Because I don't think that I can really go straight at it, so we're gonna play it a little short right. Try and roll it up as best we can. Make a putt. I roll golf. I try to. I don't get to play a lot, unfortunately. Bought clubs like a little over 4 years ago. I've gotten out to actually play one time this year. You know, the conflict of interest is in order to play more golf, I would have to, well, first off, probably go back in time and not have kids, or kid, rather, or stop streaming. So, little tough on the decision making. Feels flat-ish, but with a little right to left break, and then I just feel like in the latter portions, we're gonna break down to the hole there. This is incredible. This is incredible. Course management would just be good. Yeah, well, the problem is I can't hit the ball where I want to. In this game, I can very, very easily, you know, rinse and repeat because my input control is very good. So course management is a lot easier when you can hit the shots that you want to hit over and over again. You know, if we're just gonna casually hit 101 power drive, I actually think I'm gonna leave myself a very difficult shot here because I can't overpower that. Actually no. Super flop's the thing. We're gonna cheese our way out. We're gonna cheese our way out. Ladies and gentlemen, that is 55. I have no idea what we just shot on that round. That was insanity. 16. We only lapped the field on PlayStation. That's real money. That's real money right there. Probably won with that weekend? Yeah. I'm thinking we might have. I mean, we'll see what the field has in store, but that was... I don't want to say lights out, because we actually missed some stuff that we probably could have made, but that's basically as close to lights out on the weekend as you can go. Cleared Scud by 4 strokes, took a 7-stroke lead. Our time may have finally come. Try and get the kid into golf. I know. I gotta get past the wife on that one. Correct. She wants I want them to have my sport ability. She wants them to be, you know, she's likes the musical theater side of things. Not actually. I mean, she likes musical theater, but she wants someone who plays an instrument or sings in the choir. Those sorts of things. I'm like, they can be both. They can be Zac Efron. We've all seen. If you haven't seen High School Musical, I mean, how'd you miss it? But D-Brad, seriously, thank you so much, man. Thank you for the paid Tier 1 subscription. I greatly appreciate it. Hope you enjoy your faces. Oh, man. I just want to look at that for a few seconds here. Okay, actually, you know what I want to look at? I want to see what our putting stats were. Because that has to be where we separated from the field. I mean, it also helps that we were 96% greens in regulation. Yeah, what up, Ant? Not only is Ant up at like crazy hours of the morning, he chose to spend the early hours of the morning here. Appreciate you, dude. Hope you're well. Yeah, so it doesn't have us up there yet, but that's #1 in greens and reg by 2.5%. Fur's definitely not going to be as strong, but that is A-okay. 22.8 foot longest scoring putt. Yeah, I mean, Scud sank a 60 footer. Sick. I still haven't sunk. You guys want to see my 50 foot putt stat? This is my favorite one. Oh, you know what? This is misleading. This is misleading because there are those challenges. We have 150 foot putt in like legitimate course play. The challenges apparently count towards this, which thank goodness, because otherwise we were never getting it done. 20 foot proximity. Ah, we got beat out. We tied Scud. Scud hold one too. I mean, maybe there was a chip in or something. All right, we're T3 on proximity to hole, but let's check out the putting. 79% medium. We only had 19 putts for medium. 78.57. 78.95. Nice. We are #1 medium putter, but this is the sick stat. 35%. Scott had 35 putts at 31%, and we had 37 putts at 35%. I gotta take a look at those final rounds. We missed the green 3 times. We bogeyed twice. 2 bogeys in the tournament. They were both in the last 2 rounds too, which is crazy. But 5 of 10. Yeah, this is crazy. 5 of 7 and then 5 of 10 from long range. So 8, 15, 25 putts. But more importantly, we were 10 of 17 from outside 5 feet. And then final round, 5 of 5 and 3 of 7. I mean, that last round was just... It was 22 putts. We just barely saw anything long range. 20 foot. Inside 21 feet proximity to hole. How we don't score better in this round, I don't know. 15.6 in round 3. Ew. Gross. 22.6 and 22.9. Yeah, just a sub 16 popping out of nowhere. All right, well, we'll see if anybody appears out of the blue to try and take that lead from us. But yeah, best round 3 by 2 strokes and best round 4 by 4 strokes. We did as best as we could. If we lose it, then like I don't know what else I can do. Just unlucky. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I guess we can take a quick peek at the leaderboard. Like the 2-rounder one. I know it's a Tuesday. It's very early, but we set a scary number. We set a very scary number. And then we get to go after Platt tomorrow. You know, so that's always fun too. Let's take a look here. So we've got a 1-stroke lead going into the weekend. Vandy got to 19. And I don't think Vandy got to come back and see what happened, so that'll be fun for him. Yeah, D-Brad at 18, he's one that always scares us. 7 strokes back. I don't think he's catching us. I think I can safely say that. Koof at 10 under here if they go crazy in rounds 2 through 4. Otherwise, it would have to be somebody who hasn't teed off yet. Oh, Matt, we cleared him. We cleared him. We're clubhouse leader by 7. I'm more so just looking at, do we fear somebody who hasn't teed off yet? Yeah, still 13th. Get in there, JB. I mean, that's tight. Look at that. There's 7 guys there tied at 15. 2 strokes clear of 8th and 5 strokes clear of top 5. So top 10 is definitely in sights with a good weekend. Just follow exactly what I did. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That one shot was sick. The one that we almost ace-a-trossed. Still haven't gotten one, but I would like one. 3 games. 3 games and I haven't had one yet. Yeah, the problem with TrueSim is there's no ranking, so to look at the yet to tee off list is just a crazy amount of people. Just a crazy amount of people. Write notes after those rounds? Get in there, Abe. People always jealous of my I took a page out of McGregor's notebook to make this. Tweak it a little bit, but having the platform and the username is so nice. Having the platform and the username is so nice. Just makes it so much easier for me to parse through this instead of having to hover over every single one and like see who it is. You want that, Abe? I think I have the instructions posted in my Discord. Let me see if I have it pinned. I do. If you join my Discord and go to the virtual golf channel, I have the instructions posted. That goes for anybody. If anybody wants this for TGC, it's a user script. So program called Tamper Monkey I have installed, and then it's just a little script in here that when the page when the page loads, I just go into the HTML and edit it and pull because like if I were to open this in incognito to load it the regular way, when you highlight over it shows the username and the platform. Schnorkid, thank you for the follow. It shows you the username and the platform, and so I literally just rip that out and just add it to the text. So when you look at it, I just shoved the info into here. And then it just makes it that whenever you're going through this page, the only thing it doesn't show up on is the rankings page. I could write another user script and do the same thing, but at least with these, like, I'm used to looking at these names enough at the top that I know who they are. You got Woe and Bubs and Stives and Kara and Revan and Cockster and JJ and stuff, so yeah, you get familiar with those. Also, look at this guy. We've moved up to 21st. We're only 5 points back with 4 to play. 7 points, 9. We scored 26 last week. And we've got, like, Rackham is in kinetic, so he's just going to inherently fall. He's kind of close. We might leapfrog him. 15 points would put him at 59. So he might take a big free fall here out of the top 20, being in kinetic. Horus is gonna be falling at least 1 spot. JJ's gonna fall a spot being an elite. But yeah, if we play well again, here, I think we crack the top 20. Where's Hemo? Hemo is down here. He's in 46th. You went back to 2K23, never again. Oh no, Stash. I know people people complain about it, and you say, oh, well, just go back to play 2K23, and then I don't know, I haven't heard too many people taking that offer up. IT job? Not quite. Not quite. I am a software developer, though. I am a software dev. But yeah. We're making strides. We're making strides. Because our personal best over the well, not a support ticket. I want the public profile. Our personal best World Golf ranking over the course of these games, which we started in 2K21, we peaked somewhere here. End of May, early June 2022. So that was the end of the first season of 2K21. We made it to 19th. But we pretty much have lived a lot of our career as just like a top 20 player. But we're seeing a little upside here on 2K23 or 2K25. And for those wondering about this section of time, I had a kid. Stopped playing, and then getting back in. Like, I stopped playing, and then I was only playing True Sim, and then I started to play again, and we started to work back up. We never quite reached that same level of play, and then a little bit of degrading as this game. We stopped playing at the end, and then this game we've been good, and we've been getting better. We've been getting better. Yeah, that's our TGC journey. That's our TGC journey. Here, I'll flash it one more time for those that may have missed it. This is where we stand through 4 rounds right now. This is where we stand through 4 rounds right now. We will obviously see what happens to people as they play, but I think as for those who have teed off so far, we have put ourselves out of reach. So we're going to need somebody to tee off tonight or tomorrow and put together a really, really, really good tournament. So we won't know officially until next week. We can do a little woo celebration on a win if we get there. But pretty crazy stuff. Unranked ranked matches, 0 undefeated, then all downhill after that. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, what's going on, Josh? How have you been, man? True Sim does not. So it's the main tours are for world ranking. True Sim and 3Click, they just have their own separate money list that I guess you could use as like an in-season, you know, who's the best. But outside of that, no. Outside of that, no. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been an honor to have played that well tonight. It has been an honor to play that well tonight. Thank you guys all so much for watching and hanging out. We still have 2 more streams left this week. We'll be live same time, same place tomorrow and Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. We've got Platinum Tour on the docket. Hopefully we can dial in whatever was going on tonight. Tomorrow on Plat's going to require a lot of precision, so hopefully we can just get into that flow state and go, because it goes pretty well. It goes pretty well when it goes pretty well. Yeah, so thanks for being here. We're gonna go find somebody to host. If you haven't, you can join the Discord if you want to keep up with when we go live. Any changes to the stream schedule, anything like that. A like on the video goes a long way. Sub, follow, all those different things that all the content creators tell you to do to find your way back here. You can do those. No pressure. No pressure. One does not simply enter the flow state. Very, very true, Matt. Very true. I tried very, very hard this evening to not look at the score, not chase a number, and just try and go, and we absolutely went off. So, yeah, feels good, man. Feels freaking good, man. But yeah, I don't think I have anything left to say. I'm very bad at self-promoting. I'm also very bad at just, like, ending stream. So here we go.